Hey, what's going on? Uncle B checking in. Today, I'm taking y'all to school, okay? Now, I know everybody know how to cook cabbage, you know what I'm saying? But it's a science to this, okay? I know you see all this stuff back here. You probably like, Uncle B, what you got going on? Well, I'm going to explain it to you. Now, y'all know I like to keep stuff simple, all right? And with today's recipe is going to be just that, simple. All the ingredients you're going to need is right here. You're going to need some acid. You're going to need some fat. You're going to need some sugar to cut that acid. Garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, salt, pepper, chicken bouillon. Your veggies. Peppers, carrots, onions. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead by melting some good old butter in the pan. We're getting ready to establish that base flavor right here, okay? Now, in all my previous videos, I always tell you guys, make sure you season every step of the way. That way you can ensure your flavors are incorporated, okay? So we're gonna get this butter melted down and we're gonna go ahead and start sweating them veggies down. All right, now we got that butter melted. Let's go ahead and add these vegetables. Onions, carrots, peppers. And we're gonna throw some salt in here. Let these jokers cook down for about a good, I say, 3 minutes. Then we're gonna start building them flavors. Just throw a little salt in there. Get this process going. We're gonna let these cook for a few minutes. I'm gonna start building this flavor on this thing. All right, now we got our veggies sweated down. Let's go ahead and start building flavor. Smoked paprika. Onion powder. Garlic powder. Throw some sugar. You don't need much, just a little bit. And no, this is not going to be sweet. I'm going to throw some balsamic vinaigrette in there. Or balsamic vinegar, excuse me, not vinaigrette, vinegar. A little salt. Pepper. These don't smell good already. Sheesh. And we're gonna go ahead. We're about a tablespoon of bouillon. Not a tablespoon, teaspoon. My apologies. Get this all stirred in. Let it cook for about a good 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're gonna throw about a quarter cup of water in here. And we're gonna bring this to almost like a boil. And we're gonna start adding that cabbage. Now this right here is a base to a lot of my meal preps. Except I don't use the butter, I'll use some olive oil or avocado oil when I'm doing meal preps. But this right here is good all by itself. Let's go ahead and add this cap up. We're gonna add about a quarter cup of water first. stir it in. This is all the water you need to add. You don't have to add it, but what I like to do is to get the ball rolling so I don't have to put too much seasoning on my cabbage. This starts the seasoning process of your cabbage. So we're gonna bring this up to about a nice little boil, and then we're gonna add some cabbage. All right, this is what you want right here, okay? You want that right there, all right? Now, just like you like space, right? So what we're not going to do is use a small pot and overcrowd the pot. Why? Because everything that you cook needs its space. It has to breathe. It has to let that steam out. Okay? So keep that in mind when you're doing big batch cooking. Okay? Now this pot here is humongous. So I'm not going to have an issue. And this cabbage is going to cook down anyway. So we're good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this sit just like this. I'm not going to turn the fire down or nothing for about a good 5 minutes. Then I'm going to stir it up, put a lid on it. And you're not going to season this until it starts to sweat down. Because if you season this right here, all you're going to do is run to the bottom of the pot. That's what we don't want. Okay, now it's time to go ahead and get this thing a stir. Here, give it a nice little toss. Get some of that bottom up to the top. This thing smells good already. What I like to do is stir that middle just like that. Create a little pocket. See that pocket right there? Like create a little pocket before I put the lid on. What I'm gonna do is let this sit. Cut the fire down just a little bit and let it sit. We ain't gotta do nothing else to this until that cabbage starts to sweat down. Then we're gonna add more seasonings, stir it up, close it right back. That's it. I told y'all, you gotta keep cooking simple, man. Okay, then let's go ahead and get this lid off. Woo. This thing smells good. Now you see why you don't need to add no water. That little quarter cup of water I added in here was just to get that flavor profile started. Look at that. See that? Now at this point is what I'm going to do is add those same seasonings, stir it up, put the lid right back on, let it sit. This is good. Now you can eat it however crunchy you want, but I'm cooking this all the way down. We cooking this thing all the way down. Let's go ahead and add them seasonings back to it. Get everything back up in there. Now, according to your taste, you shouldn't have to season no more. But if you like it heavily seasoned, do your thing. But this is going to be plenty. A little bit of sugar. A little Bit of balsamic. Let's get that salt, pepper, and a smidgy of bouillon. Don't need much. That's just a little flavor booster. A little bit of salt. Perfect on that. About that much. Oh yeah. Now let's give this a stir. Put that lid back on. And we're gonna give her a nice little taste test afterwards. All right, let's see what we got going on in this pot. I think she about ready. Cut that fire off. Yeah, she ready to go, man. Yeah, she ready. So like I said, this is just a simple cabbage recipe that I do when I do meal preps, stir fries, anything like that, or just eat it just as is. Balanced flavors. You don't gotta put too much in it, you know. Like I said, keep it simple, man. Let me go ahead and give that thing a test. I'm good stuff right there, boy. All right, y'all. Give this a nice try. Let me know what you think. Thanks for kicking it with Uncle B. I'ma holla at you. Peace.